Oh, goodness. Man, I was a theater major in college because I love not making money. To be fair though, I was a backstage person. I did electricianal work. And I may or may not have electrocuted myself 12 times. And I'm here to tell you, if you've ever been electrocuted, you get electrocuted once, it's an accident. Twice, you're a dumbass. 3 or more times, it's a sexual fetish. I also grew a lot of light fuses electrocuting myself. It was very painful. Yeah, job interviews with theater is a lot like the outside world. I work in retail. It's kind of the same, only they ask you ridiculous questions sometimes. I remember this one time they asked me to tell them a joke during the interview. You know what the joke was? Why didn't Oedipus use profanity? Because he kisses his mother with that mouth. I did not get that job. Number one question I get asked for me for electricianal is, how good are you on ladders? Which is a fair question because you do everything on ladders. You hang lights, you cable lights, you fix lights because some idiot electrocuted himself and broke out all the lights. Yeah, I lost my mouth virginity on a ladder. Because you try to go up the ladder, you know you're trying to carry as much as you can, carrying 2 lights in one hand, a cable around your shoulders, because 3 trips is for a sexual fetish. And every time I go up, you know, I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, I did work in retail for the past 2 years, and I found out a lot about myself working in retail. I found out that I am pro putting kids in the cages. You guys feel me with that? I mean, kids run around your feet while you're trying to work. One time these group of kids were playing tag around my feet, and my knee reached to right here, and the little girl that was playing ran right into my knee, and she started crying, and I bent down saying, "Well, that's what you get, ass face." And the dad's right there on his phone, not giving a shit, not disciplining his kid in the slightest. And oh God, that irritated me because I know that can happen. I know you can discipline your kids. My cousin Andrea married a guy who already had 6 kids, and they want more. He's collecting kids like they're infinity stones. But I know, I have met these kids on a multiple basis, and they're the most well-behaved kids I have ever met. So I know it's possible. This last time, this little girl, she was driving her mom's cart while she was shopping for dresses, and she's just crashing into everybody, crashing into me like she's going to be a future Danica Patrick. And the mom's not even paying attention to her. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry you lost the custody and you have to pay attention to this kid from now on. But you can get that dress with that child support money later. Pay attention to your kid. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Hey, I'm still going. I have 50 minutes. We're going to skip the movie theater joke because that's me hating kids again. So some days I do want kids. I have a genetic disorder. Let's make fun of it. It's called field syndrome. It means I cannot straighten out my joints, which means that whenever I'm trying to put my arm down, it looks like my hand and my penis are magnetized to each other. And it's more specifically my right arm because I am right-handed. So over the years it's gotten tighter due to things like writing and other shit. Like playing the violin, yeah. Wow, masturbating. Boom. It's not just my arms though. My knees are not straight. My spine is curved. My hips are not aligned. My dick also leans to the left, which isn't really part of the disease. It's just unfortunate. I just recently found out that my heart is also more enlarged than the average person's, which I like to point out, that is just physically, not mentally, nor emotionally. So the who's down in Whoville can suck my left-leaning dick. So my disease is pretty rare, but it's not rare enough or deadly enough so that I get to name it. And it's also a mutation. My brother likes to call me the mutant. We'll make fun of him later. Kids can be so cruel. I remember when I was in kindergarten, they made fun of me by saying that I'll die when I'm 25. And I'm here to tell you guys, I have about 6 months to prove them right. All right. I'm not the most physically gifted person in the world, but I love playing sports. I love playing baseball. My dad calls me a very special player when I was younger. It takes a special player to strike out 5 times at 3 at-bats. I remember this one time, I tried out for the 4th grade all-star team, and 16 guys tried out for 12 spots, and 15 guys made it. I was the only one who didn't make it. And my dad told me on the way home, that's all right, son. You're too good for that anyways. It took me 15 years to figure out I just sucked. Man, I really wanted to be a pitcher when I grew up. I really wanted to pitch, but it's really hard to pitch when your changeup is faster than your fastball. Man, it got really empty in here when I got up here. I remember in 8th grade, I ran cross country in middle school. I remember in 8th grade where I had to get a doctor's note so I could run cross country. And the doctor looked at me after he examined me. He said, "Yeah, you probably should not do this." And I got really appalled and I left the doctor's office. And I'm here to tell you guys, I absolutely proved him right. All right. Look at the time. How much time do I have, you guys? Oh goodness, 10 minutes. Let's go. 10 minutes. Actually, it's probably gonna be more like 5 minutes. Man, my dad is one unlucky bastard. My dad is. Out of 150 million sperms, I'm the one that won. He could have had a major league pitcher who could throw more than 40 miles per hour. He could have had a violist who could have kept his hands off himself. He could have at least had a serial killer, but he gets me, the human embodiment of sexual harassment. I do not like my face at all. None of you guys realize that. Because your face either makes it or breaks it for you, alright? You look like Rob Lowe or a guy who looks like he touches himself playing the viola, alright? Alright, that's why if I had a chance to cure my genetic disorder or fix my face, I would choose my face 100% of the time.
I love your face.
Thank you, Grandma. She has to say that because I kind of do look like her. I do have a butt chin, which my brothers like to make fun of me by saying I could blow my nose and wipe my ass at the same time. All right. I'm fine with my voice. It's just so low energy and lazy that I sound like Napoleon Dynamite. It's not very an attractive voice at all. It just has that a certain effect on people. Let me put it this way. The planet Jupiter has such a strong gravitational force that anytime a comet or asteroid enters the gravitational force, they can strong enough to fling it into another galaxy. My voice acts the same way. Anytime that someone hears it, they too want to die in outer space. I just feel bad for my future kids. That's what I'm getting at. Because my son, he's going to look like a pedophile at the age of 7. Okay. You guys agree with that? I like it. That's why I kind of hope to have a daughter, because I know she won't get sexually harassed. She's going to look like a guy who hangs out at gas stations to pick up chicks' numbers. I'm just saying, the only hope for my kids is that if I'm sterile, all right? All right. I do have 2 brothers. I'm the youngest of 3 boys. My brother Bradford, he's also a theater major. He's an actor. He's acted in a lot of plays around Indianapolis, which if you guys didn't know, Indianapolis is in fact the Broadway capital of Central Indiana. He has a fine singing voice. I don't mind it. But if he was in a singing competition, it would be a no for me, dog. I guess the reason why I got tired of it because we shared a room with each other for 12 years. And in the middle of that 12 years, my grandma, my dad's mom got him a karaoke machine / stereo. So he sang a lot, and that got on my nerves. And that's the story how I gained resentful of my grandma. And I'm here to tell you that karma's going to bite her in the ass sooner or later. Like if she falls and breaks her hip, she better hope she put a lot of money into that life alert because I ain't helping her.